I want to mention again the LMP3. We saw an amazing battle here between Fraga and Grist at the end there for the victory of the LMP3 class. I mean, these guys were darting and passing, and we even saw them making a pass on the 01 Cadillac there late in this race. I mean, an LMP3 passing a GTP, it was wild. It was like the I think it was Bourdais was in the car at the time, and he looks over and he's getting passed by an LMP3 car. These guys were getting it. Fraga did end up winning this battle here with Grist, but it was an amazing battle. And we also saw a great battle there at the end between Garcia in GTD Pro, between Garcia in the Cadillac as well as Hawksworth there in the Lexus. And you know how good that Lexus team has been this year, pretty much winning almost every single race between Hawksworth and Barnico. They've just been dominant in that Lexus and the GTD Pro class. And then Garcia, he's a veteran of the GTD Pro class. He's running for Cadillac, obviously, and they were trying so hard to get this win, and he just couldn't hold off Hawksworth. Lexus was just too fast. And then the controversy comes here with the end of the race for the GTP, right? We saw BMW, my dark horse, they ended up wrecking lap 1. The team car there with De Phillippi and Yellowly, they ended up playing a bold strategy, got the lead, and they had like a 10, 11 second lead there at the end of the race. And unfortunately, that was with about 45 minutes to 50 minutes to go in the race. So I knew it was a ticking time bomb, right? I just knew the Porsche was going to get there. They were just so fast to the corners. They didn't necessarily have the straight line speed that a lot of these other GTP cars had, but through the corners, these guys could just fly around these corners. It was insane. And we saw the number 6 car there, the Penske Porsche, driven by Tandy there at the end. He was just running him down, little bit by little bit. And eventually, with 5 minutes to go, got by the BMW. BMW was having trouble with traffic. And I was just devastated for BMW. I wanted them to win so bad. And Porsche ends up taking the win. Hold up, though. Post-race inspection, the Penske Porsche actually got disqualified for their victory with having their skid blocks being too thin, which I don't know a ton about these GTP or LMDH or LMH chassis. They're just, I'm not versed in them enough. Me and Tom talked about it a little bit off stream yesterday about this whole ruling, but we were talking that maybe they had them narrower so they could have lower ride heights, but then again, it's a double-edged sword because it would create more drag, which could be the reason why they were so much slower on the straightaways. They had just so much drag built in the car for all that cornering speed with all that extra downforce. Who knows? But they were too narrow or too thin, and essentially got disqualified. And it hands the race over to the BMW. And I want to shout out Connor De Phillippi here. He ran an exceptional race. I mean, he comes out that's the alternate strategy. They leap the best cars, which were the Wheeling Cadillac and the Penske Porsches. They had been battling most of the day. And he just put on a couple back-to-back stints of his life, just absolutely going to work with the undercut there. Got such a big lead, and he just could not hang on to it late there. The Penske Porsche was just on rails and just gaining time and time and time again. And I was going to nominate him as driver of the week anyway for being P2 with the drive that he had. But now that they are the winners, I mean, that just adds an extra incentive to put him as driver of the week. So I would love to see what you guys vote for the driver of the week. But that's one of the nominees for sure. And then we saw in LMP2, we saw the CrowdStrike car, the 04. They've won most of the races in LMP2 this year with Hanley, Kurtz, and Nolan Siegel. Indiana XT driver was piloting that machine as well. Did a fantastic job. They end up winning LMP2. And then we saw the number 74 Riley Motorsports car, like I mentioned, with Fraga, with Burden, and Robinson end up winning LMP3. And then we saw Lexus sweep GTD and GTD Pro with the 12 and the 14 respectively. So great job for Lexus. I think this was a pretty marquee event for them. They took some pictures of victory lane with both the cars lined up together. Super cool pick. Lexus has been working very hard in the GTD Pro categories, so them to get the sweep there is pretty dang cool.